Adil Ray has sparked outrage among social media users after appearing to welcome the idea of implementing Sharia law in New York City following Zohran Mamdani's mayoral election victory. Earlier this week, New York City elected its first Muslim mayor after Mr. Mamdani secured a remarkable victory over former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliver. The 34-year-old Democratic Socialist triumphed despite President Donald Trump's 11th-hour endorsement of Mr. Cuomo on Monday evening, with the president even warning he'd be reluctant to provide federal funding to New York if communist Mr. Mamdani won. Mr. Mamdani's flagship policy involves freezing rents for 4 years on the city's 1 million rent-stabilized flats, addressing the average Manhattan rents that have reached $4,778 monthly, as well as overhauling the city's transport plans. His agenda extends to establishing a network of city-owned grocery shops across the 5 boroughs and introducing universal child care provision. To fund these initiatives, Mr. Mamdani proposes raising corporate tax rates to 11.5% and imposing an additional 2% levy on earnings exceeding $1 million annually. While President Trump was one vocal opponent to Mr. Mamdani's victory, over in the UK, one person who was overjoyed to see him emerge victorious was Good Morning Britain presenter Mr. Ray. Taking to X on Wednesday following Mr. Mamdani's win, the ITV star penned on X, "As a Muslim, at a time of division, Mamdani has brought much of his city together." He spoke for Mexican abuelas and Ethiopian aunties. "No longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now, it is something that we do. It is shameful that no UK leader has done the same," Mr. Ray added in a parting shot to the current Labour government and opposition party leaders. Soon after his initial post, Mr. Ray followed it up with a second in which he addressed fears about the implementation of Sharia law. "Some say Mamdani may implement Sharia law. He might," Mr. Ray began. "The heart of Sharia is social justice, welfare, fairness, charity and cohesion. Most Muslim countries operate a hybrid of Sharia and civil law, are slowly reforming and abandoning unethical practices despite the West's portrayal. Sick." Mr. Ray's seeming endorsement of the practice quickly sparked anger among those who'd seen the post, although they were unable to reply directly to it thanks to the presenter's restrictions on social media. Instead, many reposted Mr. Ray's remarks, adding their thoughts alongside them. "Take your Sharia law, and F off," one ex-user raged while a second suggested, "This will be your undoing." "What a load of SE," another weighed in before a fourth took aim, no right to reply aloud. "Cowardly little man." Despite the angst and opposition to his victory, Mr. Mamdani put on an upbeat and defiant front when addressing the city's voters after his win. In his victory speech, Mr. Mamdani addressed President Trump directly. "Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you: turn the volume up. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us." The new mayor, who was born in Uganda and moved to New York aged 7, represents a stark departure from the Democratic establishment. He defeated Mr. Cuomo despite having minimal name recognition and no institutional party backing when he entered the race last year. Despite his pledges, Mr. Mamdani faces significant obstacles in implementing his progressive agenda, with New York Governor Kathy Hochul already declaring her opposition to the tax increases necessary to fund his proposals. Elsewhere, critics from Maverick Real Estate Partners have warned that the 4-year rent freeze would prove catastrophic for building owners, whilst others question the feasibility of his minimum wage increase to $30 per hour by 2030. His plan to create a Department of Community Safety, deploying mental health workers instead of police for certain emergencies, has drawn criticism from opponents who consider it unrealistic. The new mayor must also navigate relationships with the corporate and financial elite he criticized during his campaign, a reconciliation process he has already begun in recent weeks.